Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the original Loretta Brown Show, radio to open the heart, heal the soul, awaken the consciousness. Good morning, Mr. Benny Mathers.
Hello.
Good morning.
To the OGLB.
OGLB.
That's you.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Is that too much for you? Is that too early? You're
like,
the original Loretta Brown.
Like,
You're the OGLB. Okay.
I totally am.
All right. Okay.
I love it. Maybe I could put that on a hat or something.
It would save your amount of how many characters you could place on there for your price point if you wanted to keep it low.
Well, I think was it last week we were saying, I was remembering that it's Mo Better with Loretta, right?
We are starting quite the like merchandising idea train like going on here. I think we need to just keep it going. Who needs the marketing staff? That's
I
us.
don't know. They got us anyway. So are we gonna awesome or
ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, we did it. Woo! Practiced all morning on that one.
We did.
Folks are impressed.
Yes, folks are impressed. Well, how's your December going? Are you doing any holiday shopping?
Actually, you know what? Got a really good jump on it. I have a couple more things that need to arrive. I actually have don't tell my niece. It's a pair of pants that are coming in from the UK. Somehow the company is from over there, so they're making its way across the mighty pond. And no, for that, other than that, I actually put up the Christmas lights yesterday on the house. Braved a little bit of the colder temperatures, and I'm still alive. I didn't fall off any ladders or anything. I'm good. Looks great.
I'm glad to hear that. I love it when people are festive, and I love looking at lights, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you did that. Thanks for doing it, and knowing you did it is good for me. So your niece is the sag of the traveling pants or whatever that is.
Yeah, I will keep you posted on where they are, like hour by hour detail of the safe travels.
It could be like an interactive map or something, right? Like, they're here.
It's like the travel of the trousers. Hey, there we go. Come up
travel of the trousers. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, I'm the owner. I am Loretta Brown. Yes, the original Loretta Brown in so many ways. And I'm the owner of Reiki Oasis located right here in the greater Seattle area. I do have my end of the year prayer despacho, prayer ceremony, the prayer bundle. It is happening. And boy, I got to tell you, I haven't even advertised. It's already half full. So the evening of December 26th at 7 p.m., I will be doing that annual ceremony where we're getting rid of everything from 2024. Might be a lot for some people. It's been quite the year. And setting our intentions and for the new year. It is a feast for the gods. I am offering it in person at Reiki Oasis here in the Seattle area with very limited seating. So if you want to come in person, you need to go sign up right now at ReikiOasis.com and just look for the end of the year despacho prayer bundle and make sure you sign up for the in-person one because it's also being offered via Zoom for all of my people that just can't be there in person. So once again, it will be December 26th, which is a Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yes, also, if you are joining via Zoom and you actually can't be there at that time, I will send you a recording and I will ask for some interaction with you ahead of time to make sure that I can put all of your prayers and intentions into that bundle. So it's an annual thing. It's always very powerful. It's always well attended. And I just, wow, I need it myself this year, just that cleansing of the whole thing. And the setting of intentions. And having said that, let me launch into my astrology report because I have a really wonderful guest today with, he's got magical energy. I can already feel it. You're gonna love him. We'll bring Alex on in just a minute. Earlier this week, Neptune, that dreamy illusionary planet, stationed direct. And that was on Saturday. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people told me stuff that happened on Saturday. Sometimes when a planet moves, we feel it or we experience it. And like I said, Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and spiritual awakening, ended its 5-month retrograde in Pisces. And during this retrograde, illusions were stripped away, revealing deeper truths and unprocessed fears. Now that Neptune is direct, you might feel a surge of clarity and divine inspiration. So trust the unfolding of life's mysteries, even if you can't see the full picture, because boy, we are in it. And then today, very, very powerful day, wonderful day for my guest. We have Venus opposite Mars and the 12-12 portal. So on this day, the two cosmic lovers, Venus and Mars, who is retrograde, are resting on opposite ends of the zodiac. And it's time for them to go their separate ways for a little while before returning together. And so how can you use this symbolism in your own life? Venus and Mars on opposite ends of the zodiac help us balance our masculine and our feminine energies. We may find the feminine energy of Venus helping us to slow down and to savor what we have achieved instead of reaching for more. And with Mars retrograde, Mars was direct, so you see we'd be much more action-oriented, but Mars retrograde is also inviting us for introspection, a timeout before we jump back in there. By the way, the whole month of December, this ending of 2024, we started the month with 6 planets retrograde and one by one they're going direct. And we're positioned in between the 2 black moons, which are the 2 new moons. We've got a great big huge full moon coming up here shortly. And this is the time to clean and clear and close the doors on things and really be clear on what we're doing moving forward. On the 12-12 portal, which is today, a sacred gateway of completion and ascension. The number 12 represents wholeness, cycles, and the bigger picture. This day activates our light bodies, offering a profound opportunity to access higher realms of consciousness. It's a day to meditate, tune into your heart, and connect with the infinite river of unconditional love that flows through our beautiful universe. Visualize your energy field expanding and your Merkaba, your light body vehicle of 2 spinning pyramids, awakening to help you travel through dimensions and access divine wisdom. Feel into the cosmic love that surrounds us, a love so pure and infinite, it transcends earthly struggles. And under the 12-12 portal, dreams may carry messages from your soul, offering glimpses of higher truths. So take time to pause, journal, set your intentions as you align with the celestial magic, and figure out how to get a smile into your heart and maybe all the way to your face. And then Sunday, December 15th, we have the final full moon of 2024, and it is a full moon falling in the sign of Gemini, and the Mercury goes direct the same day. So it emphasizes duality and balance. Once again, we're looking at that balance between the soul and the body. This is a powerful time to release what no longer serves you before entering 2025, and Mercury stationing direct. We're always glad it brings mental clarity and momentum forward. And maybe if you've been having all those computer glitches, those communication issues, maybe they will help clear things up. Globally, we've got quite a few, we've got some stuff going on with the finances for all of my listeners who are into cryptocurrencies. Boy, oh boy, you guys have been jumping to the sky and jumping all the way down. And we are navigating a financial uncertainty with Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, the sign of wealth, security, and tangible resources. And Jupiter's expansive energy, it wants to expand things, is now tempered and is inviting careful reflection on financial systems, investments, cryptocurrencies, and global economies. And as Jupiter prepares to station direct on December 30, expect a renewed focus on stabilizing economic structures and exploring innovative solutions for growth. So this is a time also with entering with Pluto, trailblazing forward into Aquarius, the sign of technology, communication, new ways of doing things. It's the sign of the people. It hints at profound transformation in global finance, particularly with digital currencies. and decentralized financial model. So the whispers of the cosmos suggest that this is a time to embrace technological innovation, with wisdom while staying grounded in integrity. A lot of people are talking about AI and the interaction with us as organic beings, and that's a big, long discussion that I'll keep touching on every now and then. And like I say, as this year draws to a close, really take a look, just pause. 2024 has been a year of challenges, lots of retrogrades, lots of stuff moving around, and take a rest, grant yourself grace, have fun with your family, celebrate, eat, drink eggnog or something, right? And dance around a little bit, do some music. 2025 is going to come in very shortly, and there's going to be a lot going on next year. Hang on to your hats. Here we go. And with all of that, I can't wait. I'm going to bring my beautiful guest in. My guest today is Alex Urbina. He's a shamanic practitioner, an energy alchemist, a transformative spiritual healer, an author, and a speaker. With 3 decades of dedication to serving humanity, Alex Urbina has emerged as a powerful healer. He is renowned for his ability to empower individuals to lead happy, healthy, and purpose-driven lives. As a committed light worker, Alex has developed advanced spiritual gifts and tools that allow him to guide others on their healing journeys. The essence of Alex's success lies in the truth that he is the medicine. I love that. His authentic, compassionate, loving presence resonates frequencies and empowers others to heal themselves. Alex transforms negative energies into positive power through his unique ability to alchemize energy. He's based in Santa Clarita, California, lives with his wife of 32 years, 3 adult children, a grandson, a whole bunch of unseen helpers. I don't know. He's going to tell you more about it. And he co-owns the Healing Studio in Valencia, California. Welcome to the show, Alex. It's great to have you here.
I'm so honored to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I would love to know more about you. What sparked your journey into, I don't know, energy healing, what you do now? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to this place.
So when I was 23, I attended a transformational training. It was a personal development seminar that really woke me up to my awareness of being unconscious. And so I had my conscious awakening in a training room in a very powerful weekend. And that started my journey of a hero's journey of personal growth and awakening. And so I got excited to create and figure out and remember who I am as a young man trying to figure out where I am in the world and all that kind of stuff. So I embarked on that journey of personal development. And then I started to have personal breakthroughs in my own personal life and my professional life. And one of the centers that I had that awakening, I attended a bunch of their trainings and leadership development trainings. Well, I became somehow a coach. I started coaching other people along that program. And then I became a trainer, a transformational trainer for teens. So I developed a 2-day empowerment training where I would have kids come in from all over the city, and I would facilitate a very powerful conscious awakening for these kids and reminding them of who they are and what they're capable of. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was holding space for these kids to reconnect back to their heart. And looking back from where I'm at now, I realized that I was also causing healing to happen in that training room, but I didn't know it at the time. So I carried a long career as a transformational trainer for teens and conscious parents. And then that was probably about 27 years. And then during pandemic, as the world kind of shut down and reset, I invited my young adult kids to come over to the house to kind of figure out what this COVID thing was all about. And my youngest daughter invited me into the backyard to meditate. And as spiritually sparked as I had thought I was. I had never really meditated until that day. That one day where she invited me out to the backyard. I went into a meditation, and I clearly had some very profound visions. I saw my higher self came in and visited me and basically said, okay, I'm here and we're going to transition you now. And I got shown that everything I had been doing and learning up to that point was really to have me transition into a shamanic practitioner and healer. And it's been such a ride the last 4 years. I'm in awe every day, all day long is something profound. And so I'm just rolling with it, riding with it, trusting it, and I'm having fun.
I love what you said, and I feel like I want to cry, which, I'm a strong empath, and I'm just like, this is so heartfelt. It's so beautiful. It's
Thank you
really
so
so
much.
beautiful. The pandemic, we're kind of, in my opinion, coming out the other end of the last 4 years have been super hard on people, and the isolation, the separation, and all that kind of stuff. I feel like at some level we were sent to our rooms to reevaluate a whole bunch of stuff. And wow, for you to be jumped up into the next level of what you're doing is making me cry. I want to know more about that because that's a very deep experience, it's profound experience. And so you became a shamanic practitioner. So tell us more about that. I do have a very awake audience, but these shows are up for a long time and they go all over the world. And I want to make sure that people know what that is.
Yeah. So during that time, a little further on down in some of the meditations, I was shown a vision of me in a couple of past lives as a shaman in these different villages that I lived in. And I was very young. So one of them specifically was being woken up. I was 8 years old and my family dressed me up and bundled me up because it was snowing outside, and they kind of fed me real quick and took me to a little warming hut in the back. And as I'm walking to the warming hut, I can see a line of people lined up in the cold, freezing. And they opened the door, put me in, started the fire, gave me some tea. And they opened the door, and one at a time, villagers would come and sit with me and kind of ask for questions for advice and counsel. So I either gave advice to some of the village members, or I gave them medicine to help them heal. So they showed me a vision of a past life where I was a shaman, very young, activated spiritually young, in a couple different lives. But one thing that they showed me predominantly was that as activated spiritually young in those lives, I didn't do personal development on myself. I didn't grow interpersonally. And they showed at the end of those lives, those 3 lives, I died miserable. In one life, I was alone because I had kind of pushed away all the family and the people that loved me. Another life, I was an alcoholic, and in another life, I died of a disease. So as great as I was to humanity or those circles and those villages, I didn't focus on myself, and I didn't do the interpersonal work that I needed to do. So they showed me that in this lifetime, I chose to do the personal development work first, which is why at 23, I got introduced to that transformational training, had that awakening, and then embarked on that journey of healing myself and learning all the powerful distinctions of leadership and all the beautiful universal laws. And so I did all that groundwork so that I can transition in my 50s back into reclaiming the shamanic roots. So I just have been in, like I said, the last 4 years, it's been a fast track of a remembering and pulling into certain circles, certain indigenous circles. Yeah. I mean, in crazy scenarios where I was called in to certain circles and my ancestors were there telling those Native American chiefs and shamans to grant me with specific medicines, and everyone's looking at each other like, what's going on? And it's a crazy story, but it's beautiful, and I'm loving it. And so I've been learning and remembering how to hold space for people and also be the permission slip to help people remember that they can heal themselves, that you are your own healer. And so as I call myself a healer, is just a title to let you know what field I'm in, but I'm not necessarily the healer. I am the space and the permission for you to remember that you can heal yourself. All you have to do is decide that you're worthy of living a beautiful life. And then together in partnership, we can clear out whatever stuck, stagnant, dense energies that are in your energy body, so that the body can now be in a state where it can heal itself.
Oh, I just am rolling in goosebumps, and I love what you're saying so much, because you're absolutely right. Yeah, you say you are the healer, you're the facilitator, you're the space holder, you are the way shower, you are the all of that, right? Helping people to find their way back to. And I wrote this down, that they need to decide that you need to decide you're worthy of living a beautiful life, worthy of living a beautiful life. Yeah, that's the problem. That's a big problem, right? And
yeah, because of all the conditioning and all the things that we've witnessed from the human perspective, we start creating narratives or stories or beliefs around that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough of something. And so all of that narrative ends up manifesting in blocking our true potential, and it blocks the beautiful light that flows to us, through us, and from us. And so it's just a matter of sorting that stuff out on this human journey. That's why we're all here, is ultimately to get to remember that we are all beautiful and magnificent and powerful and sovereign.
And sovereign, yes. Remember, yes, yeah. Remember. I want to ask you, because it's really at the living level of life. How do I don't know, I'm going to say negative energies get stuck in us? And because we can have different types of negative energies. We can have negative thoughts, we can have old patterning and conditioning. We might even have negativity from outside. So how does these energies get stuck in us? And you're talking about how to move that out, or how to move through that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So there's different ways of describing it. So what I'm realizing and noticing and remembering is that we are, with our thoughts and our beliefs and the traumas that we've gone through, we are and not learning or being taught how to release and let go of those emotions and those energies. They get stuck in our energy field or our energy body, and it just becomes like blockages that is blocking the universal energy that's flowing through all of us. So when you're thinking about blockages, we're causing and creating our own blockages from the negative thought forms, from the negative beliefs. And that starts to kind of get in the way of the channel that's coming through, reminding us of who we are. So when we're thinking about blockages, that's kind of how I visualize that. We're causing and creating our own blockages. And then that those energies or frequencies that we don't clear out, they can start to become more powerful and stronger, like a broadcast. And then they start attracting other heavier, denser, negative energies out from outside of us to us. So there's two different things that are happening. One is we're causing our own, we'll call it static, negative energies. And then those, by not clearing them out and letting them linger long enough, they get stronger, more powerful, and then they start attracting other stuff to us. So those are the things that I'm able to scan someone's energy body and detect those things. And then I'm able to transmute them into love.
Wow. Yes. Okay. That brings up a whole lot. You say, I am the medicine, meaning you. I am the medicine.
Well, it's not me as the individual self. It's the I am, which is all of us. We're all the medicine. But if you don't know you're the medicine, you have to first see somebody embodying being the medicine for you to go, maybe then if he or she's the medicine, then I'm the medicine too. So it's just a matter of deciding and remembering of who I am. And the more that I remember that, the more I choose to be it and reflect it and shine it, show it.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I'm going slow because I'm envisioning what's going on with you. So you talk about frequencies, or you talk about, like, I'm thinking of the law of reflection, or the how when we sympathetically resonate with certain things, right? So when we're around certain people, I'm going to say, or certain things, like music will do it for me, right? The beautiful sunset, we're lifted up, our frequencies are lifted up. I want you to talk about that just a little bit, because I think one of the issues is, can we maintain that? Can we not maintain it? Like, are we reflective? Are we resonating? How are you doing that with people? Like you say, I am the medicine, and then pretty soon they go, I am the medicine.
Yeah. For me, I'm remembering daily that I am the medicine, but I've always been the medicine. And there's never a time that I'm not. It's not like, from the human perspective, it's the idea that I've never been the medicine and I want to become it. That's not how I am remembering it. I'm remembering it that we all are that, and we've always been that. However, in order for us to have experiences in the human journey, we had to forget all of that so that we could have these, through our choices, have these experiences of up, down, left, right, hot, cold, love, fear. We have to experience all of those just to get to the state of remembering that I am.
Yeah. Yes, very much so. We're going to actually take a little station break, and I'm loving this conversation. I have so many questions. I'm having trouble filtering them. This is Loretta Brown. My guest today, Alex Urbina, shamanic practitioner, energy alchemist, transformative spiritual healer, author, and speaker. It's such a great conversation, and please don't go away. We'll be right back. When we get back, we're going to dive a little bit more into energy healing, maybe self-responsibility. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll find out. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right, all clear. Energy is powerful. It's all around us, mysterious, full of potential. Directing positive, healing energy to raise your vibrational rate through Reiki can change your life. Reiki Master Loretta Brown has relieved stress, sadness, anger, and even helped clients lose weight, stop smoking, and end sleep disorders. Worldwide, people have sought out Reiki Oasis. If you want help with your dis-ease, visit ReikiOasis.com. Harness life's energy. Visit ReikiOasis.com today.
Do you make a positive difference in the world? Do you have a talent, philosophy, base of knowledge, product, or service that you know could help a lot of people if only you could reach them? Join Alternative Talk 1150's family of broadcasters and start walking down a fruitful path. As host of your very own program, dial 425-653-1150 and find out just how affordable it can be to have a show on 1150 AM. That's 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk. We have an opportunity waiting just for you.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Want to hear something different from talk radio? Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
Ready to come back? All right. Stand by.
Welcome back to the original Loretta Brown Show. And I'm having a dance party with Alex Urbina. And thank you for dancing with me. And Betty Mathers, mwah, you're the best.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Hey,
Cosmic DJ.
Norman Greenbaum and Spirit in the Sky. It's only appropriate.
Yeah, I love it. Spirit in the Sky. And for sure. And just a reminder, everybody, that today's the 12/12 portal. So hang on to your tinfoil hat and, strap in, because here we go, right? We're going to have a good time. These shows, by the way, for the original Loretta Brown Show are archived and downloaded for free from KKNW 1150 AM archives. And we're also on iTunes, Spotify, X, Megaphone, YouTube. I always leave somebody out. You get the idea. We're out there. We're all over the place. And please go check it out. And also, you're going to want to find Alex Urbina. Alex, what's your website?
It's pretty simple. It's alexurbina.com.
Thank you for making it easy for us to discover you. During the break, I was asking Alex a little bit more about that experience in the backyard, because I don't know, I've had my own peak experiences through the year that are indefinable, absolutely like what just happened. And that connection with divine, with our higher selves. By the way, I always tell people, be careful, don't just run out there and open yourself up to anything and everything. That's not a good idea, right? Like, be with somebody that knows what they're doing. But I had asked you about connection with your ancestors, and also you mentioned something about the beginning of your healing center, the decision you made with your wife. So, and the harmonic eggs. Could you please tell us more about that?
Yeah. So after I got that first vision and connected to my higher self, it felt like a channel. So the channel was communicating to me, hang tight. We're going to be sending you messages. Be on the lookout. And so about 3 or 4 days later, I'm watching Gaia in the background, and on the show that I was watching was the inventor of the harmonic egg. Her name is Gail Lynn. And as she's talking in this interview, my knee is shaking, but I'm not really paying attention to the TV. And as my knee starts shaking, I look up and I realize what the show is about. And I felt intuitively this pull that I need to watch the show. So then I paused it. I called my wife and my youngest daughter over. And I said, I think I need to be watching the show. Will you watch it with me? And they're like, yeah. So we started watching it. And as we're watching Gail talk about the harmonic eggs, we're like little kids. We're just kind of like smiling at each other. Like, you watch something that you all resonate with, and it had that magical feeling.
Yeah.
So as she's talking about these harmonic eggs, their healing chambers, their energy, light and sound frequencies that you sit inside of, and it resets the nervous system and it helps your body heal itself. So as we're watching this show, at the end of the show, my wife looks back at me with this huge smile and she goes, "You need to email this lady." And I looked at her and I said, "I already did." And so we get a call back from her, and she goes, "I need to meditate on this." Calls us back again and says, "I got confirmation that you and your wife are supposed to be guardians of holding space for these eggs." And so we got permission to buy one. We ended up buying two. This is during the pandemic. So let's say it's in April. By December, we had them delivered. We found a place. It was all divinely guided. My higher self helped me create everything from the finance, the location. And that was that was what set me off. And I went on a journey of that shamanic practitioner and healer, and then also the holistic center, the holistic healing center. So those are the two journeys I embarked on 4 years ago.
Wow. I'm also thinking that you have probably been very busy, providing that sort of the harmonic eggs, and then also all of the other work that goes along with that, because it isn't just about sitting in an egg. It is, but there's a lot more to that, for the complete healing journey. When you are, I'm just going to ask this question. Do you have any stories that you can share with us about what has happened to people that have come to see you?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we talking about transmuting energy from people.
Yes.
So when I transmute energy from low vibrational frequencies to high vibrational frequencies, when I'm able to transform the fear frequency into the love frequency, the body now is in a state where it could start regenerating and healing itself. It wants to heal itself. But if the energy body is not prepped for the physical body to heal, it cannot heal. The body wants, the physical body and the organs and the cells all want to keep regenerating, but if it's not prepped for it, it won't. And once I clear the energy body, then the physical body starts readjusting. And so it's a custom experience for everyone that I've transmuted energy for. But things like, from insomnia, people start sleeping better. Cancer, people's cancers start to dissipate. They start getting, better results. Diabetes disappears. I mean, you name it, whatever people are having, they're starting to now, all of a sudden, I'm getting text messages and emails, just thanking me, for being that space for them, and the reminder that their body can heal, that they deserve to heal, and that they're worthy of living a quality life. And so a lot of it is shifting that perspective from the conditioning that they grew up, creating for themselves, the limited thinking, the limiting beliefs, those kinds of things.
So a session, what does a session look like if people come to you, if they work with you?
So it would start with an energy scan. So then you get an energy scan. I would get permission from you to scan your energy body. I call in my higher self, and then I call in your higher self, and I ask your higher self for permission to scan your energy body with the intention, because I always have to give my intention. My intention is to scan their energy body, to give them the information that you're going to give me that lets them know what are some of the heavy energetic loads or stubborn energies that are blocking or causing pain and or suffering. And then I go and start that process, and I narrow down with yes or no answers of about 45 questions that I have about the things that really affect people on the energetic level, the spiritual level, and the physical level, and the emotional level. And then once I have all of that information, then I circle back up with the client. We get on a Zoom call, and I go over all the results. And then I let them ask me any kind of questions they want. After I give them that information, then they get to decide whether they want me to clear them or not. Some people decide to have me clear them. Some people want to sit on it and wait, see if they resonate it, which I totally think that they should do. Some people probably try to take the information and go to someone else that they trust or have been working with to try to clear them. And then some people have financial concerns where they want to try to figure out how they're going to do it and that kind of thing. So, but after that, once they decide that they want to get cleared, then I do a follow-up call with them. I do some prep work with them. I ask them specific questions because I need their permission, and they need to hear themselves, give themselves permission to actually heal themselves. Yeah. So when I get all those yeses, then basically the healing already starts. Wow. And then I go through the process of transmuting all of that negativity into love. And then I follow up with a call, letting them know they've been cleared. And then all of a sudden the body, within hours, days, weeks, and months, their body starts healing itself.
Wow. Yes. Yes to everything you're saying. I love this because you're bringing in personal responsibility and sovereignty. You use that word, sovereignty.
Yep.
And it has to be that way. So many people go to somebody and they're like, fix it. Yep. I need a quick fix. Could you just wave your magic wand and I'll go about my business and keep doing all this stuff I do, right?
Yeah, I don't want people to come back, months later saying, hey, I got relief and then it's gone. I want to help you set the foundation so that you're clearing it out for good. And in order to do that, you have to hold yourself accountable for how you got yourself in that state in the first place. And then deciding that you no longer want to have those experiences anymore. And then from there, the foundation set for us to release it, and then it's gone.
Are you seeing all kinds of people, like everything you could name, from emotional distress, mental illness, cancer, MS? I don't know. You have a variety of people that you're seeing.
Yeah, those are all the symptoms, right? Because it shows
Yes.
up in different
Yes.
symptoms, but at the root cause is going to be, suppressed emotions is a big one. A lot of people have suppressed emotions, or grief, unprocessed grief. And some people have toxins, worms, parasites. Some people, their brain doesn't spin properly in the proper direction. Some people have, it runs the gamut. So with my 40 different questions to their higher self, we pretty much get down to 95% of everything. And then it's a matter of me now letting them know what they have, so that they can go, oh yeah. And so that they can kind of connect the dots. And once the dots are connected, then I get to now say, all right, now are you ready to let all of this stuff go? And that's where the questions come in, because once they say yes, that's their own permission slip now to surrender it. But it's challenging if I clear somebody and they don't go through that process. I can clear them and some of the symptoms will go away, but it's more effective when the person takes accountability, owns it, recognizes how it happened. A switch happens energetically, I think, and all of a sudden I'm able to clear it more for them.
I really appreciate what you're saying, and I know exactly what you're talking about. So I can't even share with you how it's not that common, but I do run across people that I work with who, if I say, "Are you ready to let this go?" the answer is no.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to find out, it's like they're gaining something from having it, or this fear-based victim mentality, right? And I love what you're saying, that you turn everything into love. Talk to me. What is love, Alex? What?
To me, love is a frequency. It's the Christ consciousness. And so when we think about, like, what is my vibrational frequency on a scale, to me, it's 1,000. So from 0 to 1,000, 1,000 is a Christ consciousness. And so it's pure love, unconditional love. And so I'm trying to get everybody cleared out to that state so that they can continue to hold that frequency. So if your vibrational frequency is at 450 and I clear you out and I convert everything to love, all you have to do now is continue to hold that frequency. If you can hold it long enough, you get to 475, 500, 650, 890, and you just keep raising your vibrational frequency. But it's hard to hold the love frequency if you haven't connected to it, or if you have never felt it since you were maybe a baby, right? If you've gone through turmoil and traumas and all kinds of stuff, you forgot what that frequency feels like. So for me, love is the Christ consciousness. It's unconditional love. It's the highest vibration possible.
So after people have gone through all of this and with you, and you've cleaned and cleared it, then they're able to hold the love frequency? Do you have any things that you have them do to change, or do they need to do all that?
So I make recommendations. The recommendations is to, if they haven't done personal development work, or they haven't really been, haven't had a conscious awakening, I always encourage them to start that journey, to start somewhere, with books or podcasts like this, is to now decide that you're going to be a lifelong learner in you and who you are, what you're about, and just go on that search and connect to your faith, your God, your love, all that. And so I encourage them to do that. And then I also offer coaching sessions. So some of my clients, if they want to go down that road with someone like myself, then I can coach them along that process. They also do monthly memberships. It's funny because when I first started clearing people, some of my clients are like, do you offer anything ongoing? And I said, well, when I first started doing this, I was like, not really. I said, but I clear my family every day. And they're like, oh, can I be on one of those lists? So I was like, you know what, maybe I should start a monthly membership. So then I started offering the monthly membership to my clients. So now I have a growing list of clients that they just feel better knowing that once a month on the 1st or the 15th, I'm clearing their energetic body so that they keep staying clear. And then I also send them notes to let them know, hey, you keep having the same issue. You need to course correct it on your side, with your choices or with your negative thinking. So it's a little bit of accountability too, for me to know and see what keeps popping up to help kind of course correct that.
Yeah, I love this idea of at least once a month going in and taking a shower. I don't know, it might be useful. Brush your teeth, right?
You know what's funny is that I think to myself, like my parents, obviously when I was a child, they taught me how to clean my physical body, but they didn't know themselves how to clean and clear an energetic body. I don't know many people that their parents taught them that. And I think it's something that we need to start teaching our children, that we're not just a physical body, that we're multiple bodies. And I've been starting to teach obviously taught my kids that, but I'm starting to teach my grandson how to clean and clear all of his bodies. And so I think it's just part of the process. The more we have conversations like this, it opens up I never thought about that before. But when I'm in the shower, I'm not just washing my physical body with my intention. I'm visualizing, brushing and clearing off all of the energetic bodies, so that I'm walking out of the house fully clean and clear, not just physically.
Well, and as a person who works with people, an energy worker yourself, because I was going to say, how do you protect yourself from all of that negative energy? But you're cleaning and clearing.
Yeah. Which is something that we all can do. We all have that ability. It's just a matter of getting past all the limiting beliefs that we can't, or that I'm not worthy, or we got to get through all of that and flush all that out or clear all that out. And once we do that, we start remembering that, oh yeah, this is how we set it up. This is who I am. This is what's possible. And then all of a sudden that wisdom and insight starts coming through our intuition, and it's there to remind us.
Well, and you're saying something, I'm going to pull it out because, I've been doing what I've been doing almost 30 years. So we're of an age, right? And I, even to this day, still have people who are like energy, like chakras, the aura. That's not true. That stuff's not true. And I'm like, to me, we live in an energetic reality, right? The world is very energetic with frequencies all over the place. I'm also a musician, right? And for me, that's not woo-woo, that's reality. So you're right. Cleaning your energetic bodies is as important, and maybe even more important than the physical, because they're connected to each other.
And what I'm learning and remembering is the physical body is a manifestation of the energy body. So it's like my energy body is massive, right? It's expanded like this, and it's projecting inward, and it's creating the physical body. So if I want to clear something from the heart, I'm clearing it out here. And when I clear it here, all of a sudden the heart starts healing itself. Yeah. And so until we start understanding that, until woo-woo is not woo-woo no more, it's just what it is, we'll get there. Just got to be patient and continue to have conversations like this to remind all of us that this is what's happening, including the doctors and the healthcare system.
Yes. Yes. And yes, which this is such an Aquarian conversation of the changes that are coming into our planet, because I really take a look at this like our medical system is broken. Let's just say that the big pharma, and we're having this sort of resurgence of ancient knowledge with new technologies, right? And I think that it all needs to come together in a much different way. And self-healing, the deal that we are talking about, our energy field, we're talking about our consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah, none of
Yeah.
this is new. I mean, if you
Mhm.
go back into history, people have been healing themselves and baffling doctors for years.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been happening enough because we haven't got to that. We haven't hit critical mass yet. But more and more doctors, you know, not only from what I'm witnessing, but other healer friends of mine, you know, we all have stories of doctors that are telling our clients, hey, how did this happen? Like they're baffled.
Right. Right.
But a lot of doctors are now starting to go, so there's something to this, because I keep getting, you know, certain people popping up in my office and things that were there are not there anymore. So what's going on? And you're starting to see a lot of doctors turn into holistic minded doctors and shifting their practices.
Yeah, I actually want to share this because I do have doctors that come see me for the stuff that I do.
Perfect.
And it's been going on for years, but I want to share this because I had a recent experience with my doctor whose name I won't give out, right? But I went in for my yearly checkup and we were talking about something that's going on with me. And she looked at me and she knows what I do for a living. And she says, well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think's going on? And I went, well, so I told her and she went, and she goes, I'm really going to take that into consideration. And then she says, I recommend that you take this. And what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? That was the very first time I'd ever had my doctor like want my input, my alternative way or my holistic input. And I went, this is a wonderful event. This is where we need to go.
Absolutely. Right? Because
Yeah.
at a certain point, I think some of them are realizing there's something about this person that they're tapping into something. Something's giving them insight on stuff that I can't figure out from my current point of view and the education and all the things that I've learned. I have a certain type of perspective, but this person is getting information from somewhere and everything seems to lead down that way. I'm scanning and asking people's higher self and getting information from their higher self that when I give it to them, they're taking it back to their doctors, and then the doctors are going, how did you know this stuff? You know what I mean? Because and it's like, well, and some of my clients don't know how to say, well, my higher self told my healer this information to give back to me. It sounds weird, right? But it's happening, and you can't I can't deny it anymore. It's just it's too real now.
Yeah. I just, that thrills me what you just said. And yeah, it's true. You can't really say that. You're like, well, somebody told me. I don't know. They said maybe. I had a dream. I don't know.
It's easier just to say, you know what, I feel it, or it's an intuition I have, But until we get a little further on down the road to where I see intuitives working in healthcare in partnership, and there's more of a balance to where we're supporting each other for the greater good of people healing on a mass level.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so right in there with you. And I'm also inviting the listening audience to pay attention to your own intuition and develop it, right? Get that connection with your higher self, and
that's right.
And also take charge of your own medical care. Don't be afraid to say something to your healthcare workers and say, hey, I don't, I'm no and yes, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're in partnership with your doctor. It's not, you don't give all your power and give up your sovereignty to the doctor. Have the doctor be in partnership with you, and it's a team effort. It's a collaborative, and say, hey, I'm feeling this. Would you mind double checking? Like, can we go here to rule it out? Like, take ownership of your own wellness.
Yeah. Well, we, believe it or not, Alex, are out of time, which is whatever. And last words, you've got like 15, 20 seconds, right? Maybe 30. And last words, and once again, where to find you.
My last words are, you came to this planet to experience whatever you choose to experience. And if you choose to not experience suffering anymore, you don't have to suffer. We weren't designed to come here to suffer. even though suffering is a part of the algorithm and part of the process. But once you've decided that you're done with the suffering experience and that you've learned from whatever the suffering is there to teach you, is the moment you can transcend suffering and start shifting your timeline or creating a new timeline of wellness, joy, happiness, abundance, and you deserve it, right? You can find me. My starting point is my website, alexurbina.com, Urbina, and then read information. You know, people that come to me, they either resonate with me or they don't. If you resonate with me, then you're going to go a little further on down from either making contact, and we'll start there.
All right. Thank you so much. Big love to you. Big love to Benny Mathers. And what a great message for the 12-12 portal. Go flying. Don't go too far away. I love you all. Bye-bye.